This one really started to become an issue, especially that it's in Koreatown, Los Angeles, with the a mural in Koreatown, where a drawing of some actress, the art background, the sun rays, it looked exactly the same as the Imperial Japan rising sun flag, which is the equivalent of the Nazi swastika. So those of you who don't know, yeah, that was the flag Japan used back in World War II, and they did a lot of damage to Asians. So what is this mural? So this mural was on the wall of the Robert F. Kennedy Community School in so Hollywood icon and actress Ava Gardner. So this in 2018, the Korean community and groups protest took issue with because the sun rays emitting from her face, it was the same as Japanese Imperial Japanese, rising sun flag, and also in comparison to the Nazi swastika or burning cross. So they requested for the mural to be taken down. Yeah. And back in World War II, if you don't know, the Japanese people, they did a lot of damage to Koreans, and including rape. Yeah, that's something Japan will tell you about, but yeah, it happened. Because they won't apologize. Yeah, they're just being a complete dick about it. So who was the person who made this art? So someone by the name of Bo Stanton. So he had apparently had made different art pieces with sun rays, and he did not mean to distress anyone with the depiction of Ava Gardner. So he was trying to honor her civil her legacy with palm trees with Grecian pillar and honored the legendary Cocoanut Grove nightclub, which was apparently nearby the school. So the Los Angeles Unified School District, LAUSD, so they finally announced that they would remove the mural. So with a lot of people have complained about it from the Wilshire Community Coalition and Changyun Jung, who is the president of and also the protester organizer against this mural, and I can see why, being Korean myself. And there were also some other people who were not Korean also jumping in, like Shopper Fairytale, who said he would remove his own mural of Robert Kennedy from the campus if they went through with the decision. So a group led by Gyopo, so GY0OPO, no. So, yeah, a group of Korean artists in LA. And a lot of some people were talking about how it, and how the problem with art and people need, they could learn better off this and not make the same mistake again. So now the mural, if you look at it, so it has there's a ladder, there's there's some flowers, yeah, I think that's a tulip and some coconut trees or stuff, and I think there's some Asian person maybe. However, you can still see the Imperial Japan rising sun flag colors, except it's in yellow orange colors, and there's absolutely no way they can try to trick Korean Americans with that. No, absolutely not. So the only reason they added flowers was to respect the people whose families immigrated from Mexico, Korea, Guatemala, El Salvador, and other parts of Latin America. So apparently there was another one with Phoenix and a Koreatown hotel worker with ties to the school building, the former occupant. So that explained no, it's just disgusting that such thing was ever made, and there's even if they painted over it with flowers and some Korean person who had ties to the school, but in the old days. But since the rising sun flag is that is still there, and let's not forget that the American Eagle had made the same mistake with the adding on a white shirt that they added the Imperial Japan's rising sun flag, which is just which is just offensive. And you Westerners will probably tell the Korean Americans just suck it up. Yeah, it would only happen in our old days. Well, the thing is, Germany apologized for what Hitler did with Nazi Germany, but Japan never apologized for what they did when they did the damage when they were part of the Axis party. So yeah. Yeah, I don't care if they made anime and games and all that new shit. Yeah, they haven't apologized. So never again should someone ever. They should just remove the mural and repaint it and just get rid of the sun rays. And if they're going to try and make it, just put an actual sun instead of stuff that actually looks like that. Yeah.